Search engine.
Goggles.
Search.
Things.
Search.
Open source.
Find.
Search.
Search bar.
That was maybe about 6 years ago.
Like 7th grade, 8th grade maybe. I can sort of remember that, starting to use the internet and stuff at my house.
Friends at school who said, you shouldn't use Yahoo to search, you should use Google.
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But then I heard about Google and I thought it was a silly name, so I decided to try it.
It is the word when you don't know what it is you're trying to find. You're in a Google.
I read somewhere that has to do with like a Googleplex.
You're in a Google. It's a type of predicament, I guess, then.
You know, when we first started the company, we could barely afford the hard drives that we needed. We finally got them. We needed to house them somehow. So we built like this case out of Legos, if you know the children's toys. Google is a big believer in the entrepreneurial spirit to accomplish the most ambitious tasks that one can imagine.
This is the 20% time. And the idea is for 20% of your time, if you're working at Google, you can do what you think is the best thing to do.
Spends a lot of time looking at stuff. That's,
I think it is derived from kind of like what are the little Keebler elves? Kind of like the same thing, a bunch of little elves.
I'm not really sure on a technical standpoint.
I have no idea. I would imagine that was. I'm not really sure.
I have no clue.
All things known. All things known.
Imagine this house is a website. Google has a program called a web crawler. The web crawler is given a website's address and sent off to locate that site. Google is capable of requesting thousands of sites at once. The web crawler locates the website and brings back the site's content. This content is in the form of the site's HTML, which is the code that tells the user's web browser what to display and how to display it. Most pages on the internet link to other pages. The web crawler recognizes these links. Sites that are linked to the page are sent back to the indexer to be retrieved later. This process can create a long chain of sites being explored and can allow Google to index almost the entire internet by only getting one page. When the web crawler returns, it goes into a very large document database and stores the page. Next, all the words that are on the page go to another database. This database is an alphabetically organized list of words. For each word, there is a list of websites which contain it, as well as other information such as the position of the word on the page and other things deemed important. The indexer adds the site it crawled to any words on that site.
To the state, I don't mind, I don't mind. I made a lot of mistakes in my mind,
Google, a company that was established 9 years ago, right?
Almost 10.
Almost 10, is now traded for the value of $181 billion, which is twice the yearly budget of the State of Israel, and makes you guys bigger than, I don't know, McDonald's and Disney and General Motors combined. And yet, you manufacture nothing. You produce an idea.
It's like an easy interface. So I think it's like when stuff that like exploded.
I haven't really even realized that it's grown much, besides that there's the Bing. The only indicator is that there's competition now, so it had to have been growing.
I never suspected all the services that they offer now.
It's become a term that people connect to as far as if you're looking for something on the internet, it has become the first thing people think about is just, oh, go hit Google, look it up.
They have unlimited spaces and they be increasing like every second.
There's so many features that come with it, most of which I haven't even tried.
The Google creators started with an idea, some old computers, and an eye on the future. Like most companies, it started rather small. One of their major forms of growth over the years has been the buying up of other companies and services. ZipDash, for instance, gave the Maps live traffic updates. Picasa powers today's Google image search. DoubleClick is used for website ads, and Keyhole brought us Google Earth, so on and so forth. Each company making them a larger and more successful company.
Why would you speak to me that way? Especially
Look at pictures,
Search engines.
Support groups.
Translator,
Google Maps
emails and stuff.
basic search.
Email.
Google Talk.
seems to work better.
dripping with disdain through the pain. I always tell the truth.
It's a help and relief for some people, you know.
My daughter, whenever she had a project, she didn't have to go to the library. She just would Google what she wanted,
Like actually a lot of people with the iPhones and stuff.
find the pictures, print them up. She'd have her poster done in a matter of hours.
I mean, they're kind of becoming like the go-to resource for people who use the internet.
You can usually find what you're looking for.
It brings everybody closer together in one way. People that have common interests.
I dislike that it is always not very straightforward, and I like that sometimes it is.
It's really awesome.